にちは皆さん、お元気ですか? Hello, how are you? Today I'm going to talk about Kamidana again because I already talked to you about Kamidana in karate video number 35. So today I'm going to talk about in a different way. You know, Kamidana is miniature household altars of Shintoism. Well, but Kamidana today I'm going to talk about the relation with dojo. Why in dojo there's Kamidana? So I'm going to talk about this. Dojo, this is the place where the people practice Budo. Well, Budo with this kanji. Budo, this is martial arts. This do, this is the path. And bu, it comes from bushi, like samurai. And dojo is the place, this kanji is place. Place to get to the path, to get to know some kind of Budo very well. So Budo, that can be, for example, karate-do, judo, aikido, kendo, all kind of things is Budo. So dojo is the place where people practice this kind of martial arts. And here in dojo, we can see Kamidana. To explain you the relation between dojo and Kamidana, the first I'm going to explain you something about history. Well, history, we say rekishi. Rekishi, this is history. And the first, Nihon Shinwa. Nihon Shinwa. Well, Nihon, you know, this is Japan. And this Shin, this is the God. We can also say Kami, God. Wa, this is hanashimasu, to talk. So something like the tale of the gods. So Shinwa, this is mythology. Nihon Shinwa, Japanese mythology. And I already told you this one too. Kojiki. Kojiki is the book that was written in 712, and this is about Japanese mythology. In this Japanese mythology, there were two gods of martial arts. I tell you two gods because I'm talking about Shinto. So there were lots in Shinto. There are 8 million of gods. So lots of gods. And two of them, the martial arts, the god of martial arts, one of them is Kashima Daimyojin. Kashima Daimyojin. And the other, Katori Daimyojin. Katori Daimyojin with these kanjis. And I show you this because maybe inside of this Kamidana in dojo, maybe there are some papers written with these two names. And in the center, here I wrote you in red because it was not in red color, but to distinguish with these two gods of the martial arts. The center, this is the goddess, Amaterasu Kotai Jingu. Amaterasu Kotai Jingu. Well, Amaterasu Kotai Jingu. Amaterasu, it comes from Amaterasu Omikami. Well, Amaterasu Omikami, this is the goddess of the sun. So Amaterasu Omikami symbolizes the sun. Well, she is the most important goddess of all the gods. So she is the top of the top. So she's the most important god in Shinto, Amaterasu Omikami. There's a very nice story about Amaterasu Omikami in Japanese mythology. Maybe you can read them. Well, and in Edo Jidai is the period of Edo era. Edo Jidai, it was from 1603 till 1868. Edo Jidai. This is the era of also the samurai, but with the shogunate of Tokugawa. Tokugawa Ieyasu was the first shogun of Edo Jidai. Well, and this over 260 years, here the shogun was all Tokunaga. But in this area, in the last of this era, it so around 1850, around that year. Now the emperor was very important. The emperor became more important. So here Amaterasu Ko, this kanji, it means emperor. Amaterasu Kotai Jingu. Well, in Edo Jidai, in the last of Edo, this is very, very important epoch of Japanese history. Maybe you know this part because there's a Hollywood movie called The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise and Watanabe Ken. So that was The Last Samurai when the shogunate was finished, because Japan is going to be very modern. So this era, Edo Jidai, was finished in 1868. So here it became, the emperor became more important than shogun. It was the beginning of that. In the last part of Edo Jidai, many people wanted to change Japan. So they wanted to be very modern, like other countries, like foreign countries, because in Japan there was samurai and with katana, and they thought, oh, we are very old. This is too old. We must become modern. So in the last part, there was such a fight, just like the last samurai. So the samurais against the military. So that was the last samurai. And in that 1868, samurai all dead. Or, well, there were some samurais still living, but they became ronin. Ronin is the samurais, just like a job loss. So yeah, they were like so they didn't have any more the jobs. They didn't have that superior, so they were ronin in Meiji Jidai. Well, Meiji Jidai is from 1868 to 1912. But in this area, in this epoch, Meiji Jidai, this is when Kamidana was set in dojo, because the new government is promoting now the Shinto, because Shinto is more important than the epoch of the samurai. In the Shinto, the important is the emperor. So the new government promote Shintoism, and so from that time on, there were kamidana in dojo. This Meiji Jidai, well, this is the period of my grandmother was born in Meiji Jidai. So it's not so long ago, not too long ago. Well, in this period, Meiji Jidai, here when the kamidana was collocated in dojo. And after that, Taisho Jidai. Well, Taisho Jidai, that was from 1912 till 1926. Well, in this 1926, when my mother was born. Well, so 大正時代 is just the same. And after 大正時代, 昭和時代. 昭和時代, the period of 昭和, it's from 1926 till 1989. So over 60 years. Here, this is quite long 昭和時代 because the emperor lived very long. 昭和時代. Well, here in 昭和時代, I was born in 昭和時代. Maybe many of you were born in 昭和. The 昭和, the persons who were born before 1986. So I think many people who are watching this video were born in the period of 昭和. Well, but in 1936, so this is 1936. What was this year? Maybe the lots of wars in the First World War like this, no? And in 1936, now the kamidana was obligation. Kamidana was obligation in all the dojos at school in Japan. So kamidana was not only, you can put it, no, that was obligation in 1936. So it means the nationalism of Japan was more and more. That was in 1936. The kamidana was obligation. And in this period of Showa, many things happened. Well, like as I told you, in 1936, kamidana was obligation. It's obligatory in dojo. So before the practicing martial arts and the end of the practice, we had to pray. So we had to pray to the kamidana. But in 1945, this is the year when the Second World War was finished and Japan lost. So everybody knows that. 1945. So after this, the Supreme Commander for the Allied Powers came to Japan, and that was the occupation period was begun. And in that occupation period, from 1945, then the martial arts in Japan was prohibited. So the people couldn't practice martial arts. So the dojo was not necessary, and all the kamidana was taken away. So kamidana, no kamidana in dojo from 1945. But now you see kamidana in dojo and people can practice martial arts. This is not prohibited. Well, because that was after this occupation. When this occupation of the Allied powers finished, then again the martial arts is practiced, and also there are this kamidana in dojo. So this is the history of why there's kamidana before, and once it was prohibited, and now again kamidana in dojo. Did you like this video? The relation between dojo and this kamidana? If you liked it, please don't forget to give me like, and please subscribe my channel too. And if you can share my videos with your friends, that will help me a lot. So please share my videos. 今日もここまで見てくださってどうもありがとうございます。ぜひチャンネル登録といいねボタン、そしてお友達と私のビデオをシェアしていただけたらとても嬉しいです。ではまた会いましょうね。じゃあまたね。バイバイ。